things, you know, like, I don't know if it's my upbringing or what it is, but I just like the idea of, you know, sometimes leaving things just in their beautiful way, you know, just the way they are. So we're just gonna do something really, really simple, you know, and very, very nice, I think. One of the things that I always look at is really, it's always about the suitability. And I've worked with many designers. I've seen, you know, Valentino making clothes in front of me. I've seen Alexander McQueen making a dress in front of me in 3 minutes, you know. It's all about understanding, I think, first of all, the woman and what the woman wants and what the woman feels in that moment in time. And also, it's about, obviously, understand aesthetics. And I look always at things in a very, very, with a very critical eye. But I always also respect what, you know, always my client wants, or, you know, what their feelings is. I always try and analyze. Because you can do something for yourself, you know, which we're going to do later, or you can do something just for the person, you know, which is important. I always believe that. It's one of my, you know, greatest beliefs in hairdressing in general. And I think this has brought me to always being fully booked in the salon. Meaning I don't have one free appointment for many years. And I think that's what we all want. Or what we should have, anyway. So we're just doing this really, really kind of basic look for now. Okay. So if you sit down. Great. You want to come here? Just stay over here. Oops. Now go. Thank you. So, the fringe, there is something already beautiful about her. Sometimes we don't have to change so much. I've seen, you know, making clothes and just cutting a little bit shorter, it just changes, you know, everything. It just makes it really just very beautiful. So we're using the visor here, and we're just going to trim the fringe just a little bit, you know. We're not going to cut much of the fringe. I want the fringe to kind of sit in the eyes. See, just like that. And when we cut with the visor, I think that really helps also. See, just really, really simple line. So we have a beautiful color, well-balanced fringe, and, you know, beautiful color, I think. So we're just going to cut a little bit here, just a tiny bit. Okay. She's changed, huh? Don't you think? Look, so simple, you know. I think for me, beauty doesn't mean you have to always do that. You can do this. So you see that? And look at this. So it's kind of, it can stand also in the middle, you know. You can do something in between. So when you learn to monitor these two things, I think you have done a big step. So what we do now, we're just going to take this hair a little bit and just on the top, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of weight out, like that. And the same thing on this side. That just gives me a tiny bit more volume, you know. I mean, of course I could take 25 sections and make it so a little bit of weight, and that's it. we're going to create a little bit of texture now. So my assistant, Alien, she's going to pass me something, I don't know, whatever you have there. What about tongue or something? I want to put a little bit of texture in the hair. Maybe this little thing there. Yeah. So I think just that little bit of weight, it just gives me a really nice movement in the hair already. And the hair just looks beautiful like hair. So we're going to do now, we're just going to create a tiny bit of texture in there, just with one of these. And you don't have to eat much, you know, the hair. Just hold it around. Just like, you know, you can go in and then you can do stuff like this. You know, just very, very regular. Just to create some movement in the hair. Just go, you can weave it and then you can go around, you know. Just do something like that. Take it off. I mean, the color is very beautiful and it's shiny, you know. But I think also I like when the hair is matte. Okay. So just try and not break what you've done already, but kind of, you know, do, you know, do something and then maybe break it up or create some texture in the hair. It doesn't take long, you just do that. And that's it. Little powder. Okay. So we're going to use a little bit of volume creator in the head and some definition mist. These two products, they kind of marry really well together. I can't use one without the other because I think they kind of combine, and it's a great way of using them. Okay, a little bit more curl here on this side. Thank you. Do you like this music? Would you like a pillow? Definition and volume creator. This here, just always do this in the hands when you use it, and it just pops out. Especially in the fringe, it's beautiful. See the texture, it's very simple, and we have it. I like the idea that it's branch, effortless, you know. Where are we next? Here. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to introduce Takashi. Are you on? Can you speak Takashi on? Crush. Are you on?
Yeah. Hi. Nice to be here.
So Takashi's been now working with us, with me, for like maybe, what, a year now?
Yeah, now.
Nearly a year. And I mean, I've worked with a lot of colorists in my life, and I've never worked with someone so patient in my life. Because to work with me, you need a lot of patience, I can promise you. And on top of being patient, he's extremely sensitive to color. And he's extremely, how can I say, What should I say? It's very good, by the way.
Thank you.
That's all. Takashi.
Thank you very much.
Takashi, can you explain here what
Yes.
we've done? Just very quick.
So we use the imprinter, but this pattern is exclusive to this shop. So what we did was we created a lot of layers of dots back to back, and I placed a lot of different colors with the pure color on each dots. And this color palette is for her. So it's really unique and it really suits her. So I'm not gonna tell you all the details about color mixture because I'm gonna bore you for sure.
So it's like tailor-made, huh?
Yeah. So it works really well on her. So, and Angelo always likes to personalize and tailor to the individuals. So I completely agree with that, and I really like this philosophy.
Thank you, Takashi.
Thank you.
So, what we have here, we have a very simple hair. What I love about this, because it just looks like there is like light inside, you know, of color, and it just moves, and it will look beautiful when it's finished anyway. So what we do, we're going to just style it a little bit, and we've done a long layered haircut. We're going to just use the irons, just to give that little bit of a more three-dimensional effect, you know. Just use the irons like this, and you just, you know, just style it. Just create a little bit of this, let's say, salon work, you can call it, or, you know, very commercial, soft, just beautiful hair. So it's just giving a little bit of texture, you can see it in movement, and that's all we want. So you can use also the tongs, I can show you that too, if you want. You can see just a little bit on the ends, so this makes the color become more like three-dimensional, you see? And you can see it more through, okay? So it's very quick technique also to do, because we are working just on the layers and on the length. So you just fold the hair and keep on doing it. Just keep going around. You should have some really hot tongs, possibly. You know, but make it effortless, you know, and maybe not too set, if you know what I mean. But you can see all the ends, they're really beautiful and just soft. Okay? So we're going to carry on and do the same thing. Okay. Just like that. Just take the hair all in bunches and just work on it. And just give that beautiful texture. You see? Very, very soft. You can see, no? That's very simple. And the color is so gentle, you know. Okay. A bit more. The same thing on this side. And you just give that little nice curl. Takashi, did you use view on the base? Yeah? Okay. So on the base is view. You can see how beautiful and shiny it is. It's really, really nice. View makes the hair not just shiny, but also very conditioning. Very, very... the hair becomes more moisturized, you know? So just very simple like this. Each each color that we have used has been delicately placed to also work with the fashion. So just like that. And it's giving this really nice done but kind of undone texture. Okay, I could go and put the tones in, some definition is, as a shimmering mist as well. So we're going to use shimmering mist, just to give it a little bit more shine. If you can come from here. That's what yesterday. Yeah, there. Fantastic. What do you think? Do you like it? I think also shimmery mist, it just adds that little touch at the end, you know, that we want for the clients, just before she goes, you know? And you're like, and she's like, okay, I would also put a tiny bit of hairspray, just to finish. Just a tiny bit from distance, like that. Not much. Thank you. I hope you like it. Okay, let's talk about color again. So we did the color here also. What do you think? You know, color has always been my passion. And when I do a color on my clients, or on a fashion show, on an exhibition or something, I do a color with a purpose. And I think in this case, I was thinking something, I want to do something that is kind of in Iceland somewhere, you know. Obviously, I hate the idea of doing, you know, the northern lights or the head, but kind of, you know, it kind of works. Because you have a little bit of northern lights, then you have the volcanoes here and stuff, you know, all this oil and petrol colors. So I think it's quite interesting mixed, you know. So you can see. And the color is being done through, you know, with a really beautiful technique. You can take pictures if you want. Go. Okay, this is May. She's going to help me now. Thanks, May. So what we're going to do, we're going to brush the hair like this. And we're going to use some hairspray first, just on the hairline. In terms of the color, actually, just to remember, it's been done twice. It's called double application, okay? So the first time wasn't stronger. We put the color again. So it's a double application on it. What allows you to do that is the fact that the color is obviously, you know, not easy. But the base, we brought it to like, I don't know, 9.5 or something. So it's super light. And I think that's really what it's all about. So I'm going to put some hairspray first here to have it nice and clean through the front area. This base here, you can see is clean. And the idea also here is, you know, it's not Marilyn Manson, but I kind of like something that, you know, music meets kind of like nature, and, you know, and have this kind of look. So what we're going to do next, we're going to use a large comb, one of these ones, okay? And we're going to just use some hairspray directly on the comb, like that, okay? And we're going to comb the hair, starting from the top, back. You can see. And it just gives that beautiful lines, you know? You see? So here, Marilyn Manson is meeting Japan. He's going to Japan all of a sudden. And he got inspired by a little bit of manga. And I like the fact that there's this beautiful line that they make the color also come through. Very beautiful. Brush. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take all this hair, right? And we're going to brush it in the hands, like so. And what we're going to do now, we're going to hold like this, and I'm going to put a finger here, just like that. And May is going to put the hands in there. Okay? Behave. Okay, just do that. No, to do it again. I want to do it nicer. Come on, let's do it nice. Okay, so a little bit more elevation. I was wondering why you were smiling. No. Okay, so man. Well done, Mike. Go. Then all we're going to do is, we're going to hold this, and we're going to do a braid, okay? So you kind of need two hands, you know, for this. You need two people. Okay. Look at the beautiful colors on the braids. So all the way down. May's going to drop the first hand. She's going to keep the other hand in. You can see, right? Then we're going to just on the ends, we're going to just back comb a little bit, like that, just to keep it without elastic. And then with the hands, we just do this. And look how beautiful. Drop the hand, that's what you get. So it's a bit Japanese, but also it's got, you know, this beautiful feel. You like it? We can make it more beautiful just by just pulling a little bit more softer. And some spray. You can also like pinch some color out, you know, we can ask the color to come out a bit, you see? So all these moments are missing. Just like that. And you know, I think color for me is very important, but again, it's how it's used. And you know, if it's used in the right way, it can do something really beautiful. But for me, this is actually probably one of the most ugly color I've ever seen in my life. But it's kind of working. I hope you like it. Not you, Chris. Okay. I have to work with this guy. All right, then. It's a nightmare. Okay, so what we've done here, we're gonna, Chris, let's take these pins up, please. I'm gonna show you the way we take them up. So we just put some pins because the hair is very thick. You know when you go to the dry cleaner to get all your outfits ironed and stuff, and they give you the coat hangers, instead of throwing them, use them, or ask your assistant to make something. So I'm going to show you now what we do. It's very sustainable and it's very good to reuse it in a different way. And we make tools for hairdressing. So that's all we've done here. I just wanted to create a texture. I don't know if you noticed there, the concept of this is basically, of this look, is taking the worst thing that can happen to the hair, the head, which is an area which you see sometimes, it's an anomaly. So I'm trying to take an anomaly and bring it to something very beautiful and something very modern. Has it ever happened to you that you see this on the head? On some, there's one area here that's kind of rebellious, you know? So basically this is the area with the difference that what we've done here, we just put some color and we just put this really beautiful kind of soft pink with a little bit of melon, you know, and I don't know what else, but it's kind of beautiful, I think. Do you like color? What we've done here now, I'm going to show you. I wanted to create something that's very young and very cool look, something that, you know, doesn't have to be brush. So very, very quick here, what we do, we're going to create a little bit of texture. So I haven't used any hairsprays because I don't want too much. So we're going to put the tongue in the hair, like that, and just push it and keep on going. So it's very one section. You don't need more than that. Okay? So it's only one. You know when this is ready, when the heat in the hair is coming through the palm of your hands. So you hold the hair from the tongue, which you never do, but you do in this case. And I don't want too much, so I just want a little bit. So I'm going to slide the tongue out, and we just get this really beautiful texture. Have a look. Do you like it? Don't go, come here. Then we're going to do the same thing here. So we have to take two sections because we can't do the sides and the back at the same time. So what I love about this, because you can teach this to your clients and they can almost do themselves. Just, you know, they sell these really amazing tools now and you can do it. So hold it. You can see, you can feel. Okay. And that's it again. Very beautiful. Now we're going to do one more section. I have to say something. I feel very privileged to be here. And I want to thank Davines for taking all us here and being brave to organize something like this in this part of the world. So thank you. I have been in Iceland before for work, not in a studio like this, more like outside. And it's very cold, very windy, man. If the weather says no in Iceland, you can't say yes to the weather. He's going to take over. But it's such a beautiful place. So we've done these two textures now, right? So you can see, yeah? So now, next thing we're going to do is, we've done a little braid under here. Can you see it? There. And there's another one. Did you do another one here or you forgot? You did? You sure? Oh yeah, I found it. No, because he forgets things, you know. That's all right. Okay. I forget things too, Chris. Okay. This one, there's another one here. Another one here. All right. So we're gonna have this too. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get lots of hairspray. And we're going to just really saturate the hair with the hairspray, like this, on the top. Okay? So, don't be shy with the hairspray, just go for it. You see? It's beautiful and sprayed. Okay, so that's one area. And we're going to prepare also this area. So it dries, so we do quicker. Beautiful. What I love about this hairspray, and I'm actually very proud that it's something that we designed, and it took us 2 years to do this hairspray because we were testing it, is that I could rebrush now and it looks like there isn't hairspray in there. It leaves the hair really clean and it's very reworkable. You have some comb? Just if you find, otherwise no worries. So, we're going to make the hair really flat here, okay? Just like this. Not Elizabethan, but kind of very, very, very graphic, okay? Just like that. And then the same thing. A little bit more spray. So very flat. What we're going to do now, we're going to just dry with a diffuser. Is this your comb, Chris? It's time to invest in some good combs. Okay. Do you have a fine comb? The difference is that if you comb with this comb, the hair will get flatter and more beautiful. So what we're going to do next, we're going to hold the hair like this, and Chris is going to dry it. So dry. Dry. There will be another technique to do this, but it will take too long, and I will only be able to do one head if I did it perfect. But it just gives you an idea, right? It's just for that. Then we're going to use some oil. And Chris is going to put a hand here, Chris, flat. So, and we're going to just use some oil. Leave it there for a second. Sometimes necessity is the mother of invention. Okay, so very nice. This product is amazing. It's really amazing. What is giving me also that kind of really nice flat texture, which I love. Let's do on the other side. The same thing, Chris. There. Just run your fingers through. just like that. And we're gonna have a wet towel. So I'm just gonna use a towel to dry my hands. I really like slick hair, you know, when they're very slick. So what we're going to do next, while this hair is kind of setting, we're going to open this, and we're going to start brushing it. So if you can hold this, just there, don't hold too much. Now, what I love about this is this contrast. You know, there's a really beautiful contrast here. It's got sometimes, you know that song of Björk, Violently Happy? You know what it is? It's like... Look at this beautiful texture. Oh my God. I would like to spend all my life brushing this hair. I'm not joking, actually. I think hair is an addiction for hairdressers, I think. Hold it. So the hair is really, really opening, and it's looking really graphic. Very beautiful. If you're doing a show or something, you can also use extensions if you want. They even sell like, different type of fibers today, so you can do that. A little powder, if you have. Only if you have it with you, otherwise don't worry. So the powder I'm going to put in this area here, just to make sure that it doesn't get too wet with the other part. And also this will keep all the moisture away from the hair. All right, thank you. So do you have something else to do? Okay, we're gonna put two of these, I like this idea of punk, so we're gonna put them on the braids. Is that your head or? I'm joking. I like the idea of the safety pins here. I think it just looks really beautiful. Do you like it? Safety pins is cool. And we're going to put them right where the little braid is, so that I think this could be really nice to sell them in the salons, because they look cute. I like the idea of that. Put two on here. So one more here. Okay, and another one. Perfect. So we have one gold and one silver. The reason why is I only had this. It's not for a reason. Anyway, that's the look. So I hope you like it. Maybe you can show me. Thank you. Where is she?
Here.
So dark in here, man. Okay, so let's do this one. We have fun with my assistants, you know. We like to. So what we do, we're going to take some hair in the front and we're going to backcomb it like this. I'm not really going to talk much about this look rather than doing it because it's something very graphic and you know, you'll see in a minute. It just kind of happens. So backcombing, we used blow dry primer. We blow dry the hair. Then we're going to take some, sorry, that section here, one section here. Yeah, and this section here. So what we do, little backcombing in here, just like that. And we're going to tie. Okay. Just use an elastic. This is to create kind of a base, just to support, you know, the rest. We cut the elastic. So then we have this hair that is there. And then we're going to use one of these little cresp things to make the shapes. One of these. We just bend it like that. And we're going to position this way here. We're going to put one rib, big one. One rib there. Yeah, that one's. And one there. I mean, depending how you position this, you can create any shapes you want. Okay. Just make sure that this is fixed enough. It doesn't have to hold the house, you know, but it needs to be kind of steady. So you can see, right? So it's very simple. Base, a little bit of backcombing. Then we're going to take a section here, and we're going to bring all this hair up like this. Very, very simple. Actually backcomb a little bit more here in this area. This is, you know, one of these looks where you really need the mirror, in theory. But when you don't have one, you don't have it. Just brush. Spray. So just brush everything there. Okay. Brush. On the front. Don't worry about cleaning it. We can clean it afterwards. So we're going to now tie this with another elastic. And we're going to tie it here. Okay. Okay, so this is giving me this really beautiful graphic shape already, you can see. And it's very, very easy to do. Very easy. Okay, the next thing, what we're going to do, is we're going to take this ponytail, I can tilt the hair back, and we're going to do that. We're just going to pull the elastic and spread it around and push it down like this. It gets a bit looser and flat, you can see. And we're going to use some hairspray to fix everything now. So the hairspray goes under, actually, under the hair. okay, and under this area. And it goes like that. And the hairspray goes under here. Okay, now it's time to clean everything, right? So we're going to use a little baby brush if you have, and this one is just like a toothbrush. Well, you could use that too. So when you spray, you need to spray on the hairline. So the spray does not start from here or from the middle, it starts from the hairline. Because then it gets transported up, you know. Just like that. Okay. So what we're going to do next, we're going to clean this. Yeah, and we're going to pop some pins on the top here, just to keep this hair on the side, you know, not going anywhere. Just like that. And then what we do next is we're going to use the hairspray just around here, in this area. And we're going to use the diffuser afterwards. This is under, and this creates kind of like a shape, more like an S shape in the hair. Brush. Okay, so make it very, very flat. Okay. And very, very graphic. I mean, if I didn't tell you how it's done, it's difficult to understand, right? How this is kind of done. Then with the hairspray, you're going to create also some lines like this, just internally. It just gives you that pattern, you know what I mean? Which is really nice. And we're going to bring some hair in the front, like this. And some more hairspray. Just to leave it very punk, very just, you know, flat, like that. Okay? Then we'll just give a little bit of diffuser, and we just hold it here, like that. Just a little bit of heat. Okay, just a comb and this hairspray, comb and hairspray. But I love this shape, it's cute, isn't it? Comb. Spray. Spray. Thank you. And diffuser. What I'm going to do now with the diffuser, just because the lighting in this show, I'm going to make it a little bit flatter with the diffuser if you have all in the head, yeah. So we'll just do this with the hair dryer. Okay, this will kill all the little baby hair. Just because I want the top to look very kind of graphic. And all this. Thank you. a bit like a little sculpture. Anyway, I hope you like it. I could stay here forever. It's okay. And now? Okay. What we have here, something very interesting. You can see there in the video. Okay. So all this and the brush. So what we do is we're going to just keep brushing this hair and just whatever happened, happened, you know. It's one of these things. I don't want this to look not necessarily beautiful or pretty or anything. Just, I want it to look like what you saw there, a little bit. I love the mixture of the colors. We used kind of like a smoky kind of color on the ends. And a few shades of different tones in the middle, you can see here. You have a mason piece? This, if you have time, you can do something amazing. But, you know, let's see how we get there. Because it's one of these things that I wanted to happen all on the stage and just for you to see all that. So we brush, and the other brush. So you need two brushes. This brush here is great for this. And also you need one of these classic old-fashioned brushes for this. So you can see, right? So you have two bases, you know. Okay. There. Can you give an applause to the cameraman, please, because he's been all day showing you things. I know what he would like at the moment. A beer, probably. Nice beer. Okay. So you're just brushing this hair, and basically we have two textures that they go really against each other. You can see, right? So one is here, one is there, and one is on the base, you know. Just brush these little things here, and that's it. So the textures, they have to be kind of they need to have that kind of strength, that kind of gravity. They kind of, almost like the weather in Iceland, you know, they like pushes against each other and they do different things. You know, it can't be the usual thing that you do, that is soft, you know. It needs to work really, really against. So what we've done, we have curled on the roots area, in this area, really, really tight, and on the ends, while in the middle, it's been just curled with the tongs, with the hot tongs. So just keep brushing, keep brushing. I love this, huh? Do you like that? It's looking okay, huh? You see, if you don't have this brush, you can't open this, basically. This is a very old brush. It's like very, very old school brush. I think he was born in the 80s. just brush, 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 you know. And we're going to just brush this too. Basically, at this stage here, there is no rules. It's just about balance. It's really about finding the right, the right balance, really. Sometimes people ask me, "Wow, you're so talented," or you come up with all these ideas. Well, it's actually, I'm like everybody else. Well, probably what I do, probably you can see from my eyes, I don't sleep a lot because, you know, we work very hard, and we work when people are, you know, not at work, if that makes sense. Because, you know, if you work with the couturist, people that does haute couture, like in Paris or in Italy, Milan, you know, if you go to places like La Bocconi, you know, the University of Fashion, or Centro San Martin's, to do beautiful things with crafts, and like music also, you have to really invest your time, you know, otherwise it just doesn't happen. And what people tend to do, because it's much easier, is copy what is already been done. Which is nothing wrong with it. I think it's always good to see the beauty. Okay. It's looking good. Now what we need to do, we're going to use the strongest hairspray that we have in Davines to create this look. And this one. Beautiful texture. And what we do, we go directly on the top, and we're going to use like an afro comb, and I'll show you what we do with the afro comb. So let's say I'm going to spray in this area, okay? Then with the afro comb, and we're going to use kind of a diffuser if you find it, otherwise don't worry about it, it's fine. I do it with my hands. I'm from the south of Italy. Oh, will be nice. So, what we do with the comb, we just go directly like this. And it just makes that really nice kind of texture that I've never seen before. And it just needs to look not pretty, but you know, different. And I also like when you see that there is product in there. So it looks almost like fabric, you know, it comes like some type of fabric. So we're going to do the same thing here. And we're going to spray this. Slide the comb, then do that in there. This is that sort of hairstyle that, you know, on Wednesday when you get back to your salon, first client, you can do it, no problem. If only, it would be amazing. Huh? At the moment, I'm just thinking, you know, minerals, you know, earth, rocks, I'm just feeling this thing. If you don't feel what you're doing, it doesn't happen. I thought this was my last one, actually. Okay, let's do this. See all this little fluffy hair? We don't really like that much. You don't need that. See, and then you slide this. So it's just starting to look really beautiful. And this one, a little bit here. See, I'm making all these areas. If you look properly inside, it almost looks like fabric, the hair. It just looks beautiful, I think. And let's do one more here, because he looks too pretty here. Okay. Nice. Just the head, right? Okay, now we're going to go in the root area a little bit. Use this hairspray because this is great for this. I hope you like it. So, what we're going to do here, one of my favorite things in the world at the moment is ginger. Is this ginger? Yes, it's ginger. Yeah. Everyone loves ginger, right? We're going to make ginger hair. Okay? When I say ginger, not the color, the shape of this product. It's really organic. If you look properly, I think it looks beautiful. Do you agree? I like it. So, to keep everything organic, we have some linen here. And May is going to start passing me these little ginger pieces that we made out of hair. Okay? So what we're going to do is this first. Okay, so we're going to put it here. Okay. It's very, very simple. What we've done here, we backcombed the base with some products, and we sprayed it with some light hairspray. And then we put a ponytail in the back. So this is just one to show you what we're going to do in the back. So we're going to do now the ponytail here. And we're going to create one piece for you, just to show you how we do it. You got that? Hold that. On the spray. Spray. So May is going to spray. Go. Spray. So first of all, just play with the hair, like this. So you just keep spraying and just use, your hands, just create that beautiful texture, to start with, okay? Then we're going to separate this. Actually, let's do it all together, it's fine. Go. So we're going to attach a thread, which is made out of linen. This is quite strong type of thread. Then we're just going to tie the hair like that, you know, with this. And you tie. Great. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take all this hair and we're going to bring them back like this, okay? So you just take them and bring them backwards like that and tie again. What I love about this, because this looks very organic and very... How many eggs did you have this morning? Hi, that's my finger. That's my finger. Okay. Get this strong. Okay, then we're going to continue here on this side. Yeah, just keep all the way. Go. All the way. Go, go, go. Stop. We're going to take now a little baby here. And we're going to just basically go on this side, like that. And you go on this side now. Yeah. Yeah. Great. So keep on going, mate. Okay, I'll keep that. So we just keep tying and tying and tying. And then just go around and tie. Basically, you can do so much with this. I mean, I could stay here all year, you know, doing things, and there is so much you can do. It's incredible. Get some more. Now we're going to bend this back. This is important. Look, see this part? This is not going to go backwards again. Go. So we're going to go back. Hold it properly and tie. My hand looks so shiny. It's like Madame Tussauds. Okay, go. I hope you're enjoying yourself in Iceland and making the most of it, because it's a really beautiful place, right? Do you enjoy it? You know what? At least we're going to go back in our countries with the lungs very clean. You know, and also, I mean, the water here is fantastic. I've never seen a dirty glass, even if it's dirty, it's still clean. It's so beautiful. Wouldn't it be amazing if the whole world was like this? I think we can do it. The problem is we can't give up hairspray, ever. That's one thing. We need it. That's it. So, now we're going to go backwards. Okay. This is the Symphonic Orchestra of Reykjavik. They're really amazing. So it's only one more piece and then we're done. One of my biggest passions is actually cutting hair. I always say this because when I'm in the salon, I'm a different person than I am when if I'm working for Vogue or something. But I think working in the salon, it can probably give you the most satisfaction because it sounds very glamorous sometimes when we do session work and stuff, but most of the time you get treated like a, I don't know what, I don't want to say because it's a bit too much, but well, in the salon, your clients, they're always nice, they tell you all their secrets, you know what I mean? They tell you everything. And I think hairdressers in the salon, they're not hairdressers anymore, they're starting to become psychologists. Do you agree? I mean, okay, this does not look like a ginger. This looks like, I don't know what, like my nose. So we're gonna make this look like ginger now. Leave it, drop it. Okay, we're gonna finish with the piece. You can see pretty much how long it takes to make one. So try, it's fun. Thank you. We're gonna now attach the other pieces and we're gonna show you how this is finished. Go. Okay, go. No, tight, a little bit tight, not too tight. It's difficult without a mirror, but you get an idea of what the look is like. For me, when we do hair, it's about balance. It's about architecture and interior design. It's the same thing. Okay. This one here. Yeah. Good. Yeah, come. Great, we're nearly done. so we're nearly done. Sorry about this wait. It's like in the airports, you know, when they're on the plane. Sorry about the wait. We're gonna take off soon. Thank you. I think we should put another one. Yeah, here. Last one. Yeah, okay. Because we... Yeah. Well done. One second. Okay. No, really. There. No, balance is interesting because you need balance for everything in life. Wait, why is it? You need balance for everything in life. Okay, that's it. Thank you. I think this will do. Do you like it? Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here. I had more fun than you probably, but you have to have fun with what you do. Because if you don't have fun, you don't do it well. You have to love what you do. Thank you, Davines. Thank you, you. Thank you, everybody. I want to also thank my assistants, all my assistants, for their help, for everything. So, thank you. And thanks to my models. Thank you.